Have you ever noticed your cat staring intently at an empty spot in the house or behaving strangely as if protecting you from something invisible? Today I want to reveal something extraordinary that Pope Leo XIV discovered about cats, a truth that could completely change your life and the way you see your feline companion. My dear brothers and sisters in Christ, we will discuss a surprising revelation shared by one of the most powerful saints of the Catholic Church. It's a message that remained hidden for years and that now, more than ever, we need to know. If you have a cat at home, pay close attention, because what you're about to discover will not only transform your relationship with your pet, but could also explain certain mysterious changes in your life since that feline arrived in your home. Before we delve deeper, I encourage you to engage with this message. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, and activate the notification bell. The information I'll share today is just the beginning of a series of revelations about the spiritual protection Pope Leo left us. If you have a cat at home, write its name in the comments, followed by "My cat chose me for a divine reason." If you're ready to discover why Pope Leo XIV considered cats special spiritual guardians, stay until the end of the video. What you'll learn could be the answer to many unexplained situations in your life. Get ready, because this will not only surprise you, but also help you understand why cats have been considered mystical beings throughout history, and how Pope Leo discovered their true purpose in our lives. Pope Leo XIV, known for his deep spirituality and wisdom, had a unique affinity for animals, but his bond with cats was particularly extraordinary. Unlike most, he perceived in them a quality that transcends their earthly nature, a spiritual sensitivity that sets them apart from other creatures. This wasn't a casual observation, but a profound understanding rooted in years of reflection and divine insight. If you have a cat at home, its presence in your life is no accident. Pope Leo XIV taught that cats are drawn to us by a divine purpose, acting as protectors in ways we may not fully comprehend. Whether you already share your home with a feline or are considering adopting one, this revelation could mark a turning point in your spiritual journey, illuminating why welcoming a cat might be one of the most significant decisions for your soul's protection. There's something fascinating that few know about Pope Leo. During his years in the Vatican, he developed a unique connection with animals, especially the cats that roamed the monastery. In the hallowed halls of the Vatican, where spiritual battles often unfold in silence, cats were a constant presence. These felines, roaming freely through the Vatican's gardens and corridors, seemed to gravitate toward the pontiff, as if drawn by his holiness. Witnesses, including clergy and visitors, recounted how cats would follow him during his daily walks, their eyes fixed on him with an almost reverent attention. One gray cat in particular became a fixture in his private quarters, appearing mysteriously during moments of intense spiritual struggle. Vatican staff noted that this cat's presence often preceded significant events in Pope Leo XIV's life, such as moments of divine inspiration or resolutions to complex challenges facing the Church. This was no mere coincidence. The pontiff himself remarked that animals, as God's creations, reflect his glory in ways that often escape human understanding. Cats, he believed, possess a unique spiritual sensitivity, acting as conduits between the physical and spiritual realms. In his private journals, discovered years after his papacy, Pope Leo XIV wrote extensively about the behaviors of these Vatican cats, noting their uncanny ability to sense spiritual presences, both benevolent and malevolent. He observed that their actions, from sudden alertness to prolonged staring at empty spaces, were not random but purposeful, as if they were attuned to forces beyond human perception. The accounts of those who encountered Pope Leo XIV further illuminate this extraordinary connection. Pilgrims and supplicants who sought his blessings often reported unusual encounters with cats before receiving spiritual or physical healing. One poignant story involves a young mother, gravely ill, who traveled to the Vatican in hopes of a miracle. As she waited to meet the pontiff, a sleek black cat approached her, sat at her feet, and began to purr softly. Pope Leo XIV, upon seeing this, smiled warmly and said, "This little one has chosen you for a special grace." Days later, the woman's condition improved miraculously, and she attributed her recovery to the divine intervention signaled by the cat's presence. Another account tells of a Vatican guard who, during a period of personal turmoil, noticed a tabby cat lingering near him during his night shifts. The cat would sit silently, its eyes fixed on a particular spot in the courtyard, as if guarding against an unseen threat. When he shared this with Pope Leo XIV, the pontiff explained that the cat was acting as a spiritual sentinel, protecting the guard from negative forces during a vulnerable time. These stories, passed down through generations, underscore the pontiff's belief that cats are not mere animals, but divine instruments, sent to guide and protect those in need. Pope Leo XIV's teachings extended beyond observation to a profound understanding of cats' role in purifying spiritual spaces. He noted that when a cat rubs against walls, furniture, or even your legs, it is not merely marking its territory in the physical sense. Instead, it is cleansing the environment of harmful energies, creating a spiritual barrier that shields your home from negative influences. This insight, rooted in years of careful observation, led him to describe cats as guardians of the thresholds between the visible and invisible. In his view, their presence in a home is a divine gift, a silent force that maintains spiritual harmony. This purification process is particularly evident in specific behaviors. For instance, when a cat sits in a particular corner or lingers near a doorway, it is not simply resting, it is actively neutralizing negative energies that might enter or linger in those spaces. Pope Leo XIV recounted instances where cats in the Vatican would congregate in certain areas before significant spiritual events, such as papal conclaves or moments of communal prayer. Their presence, he believed, ensured that these sacred spaces remain pure, free from disruptive spiritual forces. Perhaps one of Pope Leo XIV's most astonishing discoveries was the spiritual significance of a cat's purr. Modern science has confirmed that the frequency of a cat's purr, typically between 25 and 150 hertz, promotes physical healing, aiding in tissue regeneration and stress reduction. However, Pope Leo XIV went further, teaching that this purring also has spiritual properties. He likened it to a form of continuous prayer, a subtle vibration that resonates with the divine, harmonizing the spiritual atmosphere of a home. When a cat purrs, he wrote, it is as if it is chanting a hymn to the Creator, aligning the energies of those around it with God's grace. This insight was not merely theoretical. The pontiff observed that when cats purred near individuals who were ill or distressed, their condition often improved shortly afterward. He documented cases where visitors to the Vatican, burdened by grief or sickness, found solace in the presence of a purring cat. One such visitor, a man struggling with profound despair, described how a cat's persistent purring during a private audience with Pope Leo XIV brought him an unexpected sense of peace, paving the way for spiritual renewal. These observations led the pontiff to conclude that cats are divinely appointed protectors, sent to those in need of physical and spiritual healing. Pope Leo XIV's teachings emphasize that cats are not in our lives by chance. When a cat chooses your home, he said, it is answering a divine call to serve as your guardian. This revelation challenges us to see our feline companions as more than pets. They are spiritual allies with extraordinary abilities. Have you ever noticed your cat bristling for no apparent reason or staring intently at an empty space? According to Pope Leo XIV, these moments are not quirks, but evidence of your cat engaging with spiritual forces. In such instances, it is actively combating negative energies that could disrupt your home's peace. To illustrate, consider the story of a Vatican librarian who noticed a cat repeatedly staring at a particular bookshelf. Initially dismissing it as curiosity, he later discovered an ancient text hidden behind the shelves, containing prayers that brought him profound spiritual clarity. When he shared this with Pope Leo XIV, the pontiff explained that the cat had sensed a spiritual significance in that spot, guiding the librarian to a divine discovery. Such stories reinforce the idea that cats are attuned to the unseen, acting as sentinels in our spiritual battles. In his writings, Pope Leo XIV outlined 3 primary signs that your cat is fulfilling its divine mission, protecting you during sleep. When your cat sleeps on your bed or near you at night, it is not merely seeking warmth. It is creating a spiritual shield, protecting you during sleep, a time when you are most vulnerable to spiritual influences. Pope Leo XIV noted that cats often position themselves strategically, facing potential sources of negative energy, guarding entry points. If your cat lingers on windowsills, near doors, or at thresholds, it is not idle curiosity. These are energetic entry points to your home, and your cat is acting as a sentinel, ensuring that harmful forces are kept at bay. The pontiff observed this behavior in Vatican cats, which often station themselves at the entrances to sacred spaces, supporting you in distress. When your cat follows you from room to room, especially during times of sadness, illness, or stress, it is absorbing negative energies and aiding your healing. Pope Leo XIV documented cases where cats remain close to individuals during moments of crisis, their presence bringing comfort and spiritual renewal. Even more remarkable is Pope Leo XIV's discovery that cats can perceive the presence of angels and saints. Have you ever noticed your cat reacting to something invisible during prayer or meditation? Perhaps it stares at a point in the room or suddenly becomes alert. According to the pontiff, in these moments, your cat is acknowledging a divine presence accompanying you. He believed that cats, with their heightened spiritual sensitivity, can sense the sacred in ways humans cannot, acting as bridges between the earthly and heavenly realms. The pontiff also noted that the color of a cat carries spiritual significance. Contrary to superstitions, black cats are powerful protectors against negative energies, their dark fur symbolizing their ability to absorb and neutralize harm. White cats bring peace and harmony, their presence calming turbulent environments. Tabby cats, with their intricate patterns, are masters of energy healing, while calico cats, with their vibrant mix of colors, are considered especially blessed, radiating divine favor. These distinctions, rooted in Pope Leo XIV's observations, invite us to see our cats as divinely appointed allies, each with a unique role in our spiritual lives. One of the most profound revelations from Pope Leo XIV is that cats can anticipate significant changes in our lives. If your cat begins to behave differently, becoming more affectionate, distant, or alert, it may be preparing you for an important event. The Pontiff documented instances where cats' behavioral shifts preceded major life changes, such as recoveries from illness, resolutions of conflicts, or spiritual awakenings. For example, a Vatican gardener noticed his cat becoming unusually clingy before he received news of a long-lost family member's return. When he shared this with Pope Leo XIV, the Pontiff explained that the cat had sensed the impending change, acting as a spiritual guide. This connection between cats and our spiritual destiny is perhaps the most extraordinary aspect of Pope Leo XIV's teachings. He believed that when a cat chooses to stay in your home, it is responding to a divine calling, an assignment to protect and guide you. Those who welcome a cat, he wrote, are under special divine protection, for these creatures are part of God's plan for our salvation. This perspective transforms the act of adopting a cat into a sacred partnership, one that aligns us with a higher purpose. As we explore these teachings, I urge you to share this message with others. For the signs your cat sends are more significant than you might realize. Pope Leo XIV identified specific behaviors that indicate active spiritual protection. For instance, when your cat meows insistently at night, particularly between 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock IME, it is not merely being disruptive. The Pontiff taught that this is a time when spiritual forces are most active, and your cat may be alerting you to presences that require prayer and vigilance. He advised responding with a prayer, such as the Our Father, to align with your cat's protective efforts. Another powerful sign is when your cat adopts the Sphinx posture, sitting still, staring intently in one direction. This, Pope Leo XIV explained, is a moment of energy cleansing, where your cat absorbs and transforms negative energies in your home. Similarly, when your cat rubs against your legs after you return home, it is cleansing your energy field, removing any negative influences you may have encountered. If your cat begins sleeping in new places, especially corners or areas it previously ignored, it is working to balance the energies in those spaces, ensuring your home remains a sanctuary. When your cat lies on your chest or near an ailing part of your body, it is detecting energetic imbalances and actively contributing to your healing. Pope Leo XIV emphasized the therapeutic power of purring, noting that its vibrations harmonize both physical and spiritual energies. He also highlighted the significance of a cat's gaze. If your cat stares deeply into your eyes, it is conducting a spiritual reading, assessing your energetic state and working to restore balance. These behaviors, often overlooked, are signs of your cat's divine mission, as taught by Pope Leo XIV. To deepen your connection with your feline guardian, Pope Leo XIV recommended several practices rooted in faith and gratitude. Each morning, make the sign of the cross over your cat while praying, "Lord, bless this guardian you have placed in my path." This simple act strengthens the spiritual bond between you and your cat, activating its protective role. Placing holy water near your cat's resting area helps maintain a spiritually clean environment, while dedicating a few minutes each night to thank your cat amplifies its protective capacity. The Pontiff also suggested keeping a medal of St. Francis of Assisi near your cat's sleeping area, reciting Psalm 91 in its presence during times of spiritual unease, and allowing it to remain near you during the Rosary if it chooses. For a powerful blessing, Pope Leo XIV offered this prayer. Heavenly Father, Bless and protect this guardian you have placed in my home. Strengthen its mission of protection and allow it to be a channel of your divine grace. In moments of heavy energy, gently pet your cat while praying to our Father to purify your space. When moving into a new home, let your cat explore freely while you hold a blessed candle, inviting divine protection. If you are ill, place your cat near the affected area while meditating, trusting in its healing presence. Pope Leo XIV also discovered that cats respond profoundly to sacred music and chanted prayers. If you pray aloud or sing hymns, you may notice your cat drawing near as if participating in these moments of worship. The pontiff recounted how Vatican cats would gather during choral masses, their presence enhancing the spiritual atmosphere. He believed that their sensitivity to sacred sounds makes them active participants in our spiritual lives, amplifying the power of our prayer. Now that you understand the sacred destiny of those who share their lives with cats, according to Pope Leo XIV's teachings, it's time to act. Your cat is not in your home by chance. It is a divinely appointed guardian, chosen to protect and guide you. Its everyday behaviors, staring at empty spaces, purring, or following you, are signs of its spiritual mission. Having a cat is more than companionship. It is a partnership with a being whose purpose often goes unnoticed. Today, I encourage you to see your feline with new eyes, recognizing its role as a guardian angel with a tail and whiskers. If you don't yet have a cat, perhaps this is the sign you've been waiting for to welcome one into your home. Pope Leo XIV taught that those who care for these feline guardians receive special blessings, becoming channels of protection for others. Their presence is part of a divine plan, working silently to shield and guide you, even when you're unaware. As we draw this exploration to a close, let me share a final profound revelation from Pope Leo XIV, one that elevates the presence of your feline companion to a sacred calling. This revered pontiff taught that those who cherish and honor their cats as spiritual guardians are not only recipients of divine blessings, but also become conduits of God's protective grace for others. Your cat, with its quiet vigilance and subtle presence, is far more than a pet. It is a testament to a divine purpose, a silent yet powerful force woven into the fabric of your spiritual life. Its gentle purrs, watchful eyes, and purposeful movements are not random. They are manifestations of a heavenly assignment to shield your home and soul from unseen forces. Pope Leo XIV's wisdom invites us to see these creatures as partners in a sacred mission entrusted to us by the Creator to guide, protect, and uplift us in ways we may only begin to understand. Consider the countless moments when your cat has seemed to sense something beyond your perception, perhaps staring intently at an empty corner, meowing insistently in the stillness of the night, or curling up beside you during moments of sorrow. These are not mere quirks, but signs of a deeper spiritual role. Pope Leo XIV believed that cats, with their extraordinary sensitivity, act as bridges between the visible and invisible world, carrying out a divine mandate to safeguard your spiritual well-being. By welcoming a cat into your home, you have entered into a sacred covenant, one that aligns you with God's plan for protection and guidance. This revelation challenges us to look beyond the ordinary, to recognize the extraordinary purpose behind your cat's presence, and to honor it as a gift from the divine. I urge you to share this transformative message with others who share their lives with cats. Many may have witnessed their feline companions exhibit behaviors such as sudden alertness or comforting closeness that hint at a deeper significance, yet they may not have grasped the spiritual weight of these actions. What appears as a simple gesture, like a cat rubbing against your legs or purring softly as you pray, may in fact be a profound act of spiritual intercession, as Pope Leo XIV taught. By sharing this insight, you can help others see their cats not just as companions, but as divine guardians, sent to protect and guide them through life's challenges. Imagine the impact of this revelation spreading, awakening countless hearts to the sacred role of these remarkable creatures and fostering a deeper appreciation for their silent, steadfast presence. If this message has stirred your soul, I invite you to engage further. Like this video, subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell to continue receiving the rich spiritual wisdom inspired by Pope Leo XIV. Each insight we share is a step toward understanding the divine mysteries woven into our daily lives. And your participation helps amplify this sacred knowledge. Your cat is not merely a pet. It is a guardian angel adorned with a tail and whiskers, a being chosen by God to watch over you with unwavering devotion. Its quiet companionship carries a subtle yet profound power, one that aligns your home with divine harmony and protects you from spiritual harm. Take a moment to reflect on the countless ways your cat has touched your life. Perhaps it has comforted you in moments of loneliness, alerted you to unseen dangers, or simply brought a sense of peace with its gentle presence. These are not coincidences, but evidence of its divine mission. Pope Leo XIV encouraged us to honor this mission through simple yet meaningful acts. Bless your cat each morning with a prayer of gratitude. Place a medal of St. Francis of Assisi near its resting place, or invite it to join you in moments of prayer and reflection. By doing so, you strengthen the spiritual bond between you and your feline guardian, amplifying your heart with God's grace. As you move forward, let this truth guide you. Your cat's presence is a divine gift, a silent force that guards your spiritual well-being and connects you to a higher purpose. Open your heart to this subtle yet powerful companionship and give thanks for the protection it offers. If you do not yet share your life with a cat, perhaps this is the sign you've been waiting for, to welcome one into your home, trusting that its arrival will bring blessings beyond measure. For those who already have a feline companion, take time today to look into its eyes, offer a prayer of gratitude, and acknowledge the sacred role it plays in your life. In closing, let us carry forward Pope Leo XIV's vision of cats as divine guardians, recognizing their role in God's plan for our protection and spiritual growth. Share this message with friends, family, and fellow cat lovers, for in doing so you spread a light that can transform how we perceive these extraordinary creatures. May your cat's presence continue to inspire and uplift you, serving as a daily reminder of God's love and care. Thank you for joining me in this journey of discovery. Like, subscribe, and stay connected for more revelations from Pope Leo XIV's timeless wisdom. May God and Pope Leo XIV bless and accompany you always, guiding you and your feline guardian in a shared mission of love and protection.